Nacho raises the Champions League trophy in the air. The Kings are back on the throne. The confetti rains at Wembley Stadium. Real Madrid, Champions League winners. Real Madrid, European champions.
Black back. Real Madrid catch them out. It's open now for Valverde. Double block and Bellingham's there. Right at the last. Real Madrid win at home in the Champions League once more.
Scalia with the corner ball, hooked along, out comes Kepa, got absolutely nowhere near it, it's off the bar and forced home from the rebound by Leo Estigar, and Napoli lead, and it has to go down there to Kepa Arrizabalaga on loan from Chelsea, the Real Madrid goalkeeper.
Nowhere near the in-swinging corner when it's headed up and comes back on.
Not just glancing back at him, but glaring back at him, but here's Bellingham from the defensive error, and he sets up here Vinicius Junior. 1-1.
What a mistake at one end from Real Madrid, punished, a mistake at Napoli's end, a really poor square pass intercepted by Bellingham, wonderfully delivered to Vinicius.
Bellingham can cruise into space, and still goes, oh, that is absolutely magnificent. That is Jude Bellingham at his very best, and the Napoli players could simply look. Right-footed, in off the post, 2-2.
You cannot stop a penalty struck in that manner.
Looping corner, met in the air by Leo Estigar, and hit by Valverde. It's an absolute bullet. It's a goal befitting of any great occasion, and this has been a fantastic occasion. We saw one magnificent solo goal by Bellingham in the first half.
Was the last action of the game.
What a game.
Absolutely amazing game.
What a game. The president of Napoli couldn't write. Last season he was subbed 20 times, I think it was. That's over the top of setup. We've got a chance here for Real Madrid to do something. Vinicius Junior with the turn, looking for Rodrigo. And Real Madrid are ahead. A quarter of an hour gone, and the goal drought finishes for Rodrigo. Might have had a helping hand on the way in, but it's Real Madrid who lead. Looking to see where the support is. Bellingham now arriving. And he's in a bit of space, and he's found, and Bellingham plants it into the back of the net on the hour. Really well worked.
This is a player with talent, with quality, with personality, and he's imposing himself on this Real Madrid team.
The Champions League, I'll break off because Banza plays it off, and Jolo has pulled Braga back into the game. Real Madrid switched off.
You felt as though the game was done and dusted, and that Real Madrid were in cruise control.
Fonseca, and Real Madrid have done it,
and it is another night of Champions League action for Real Madrid. They're so used to this, of course. That's a really good ball. This is dangerous, and it's into the roof of the net from Brahim Diaz, and this time it'll count. Brahim Diaz gives Real Madrid the lead. Really good break. Pulled back into the path of Brahim Diaz. Real Madrid threatening here. It's Vinicius Junior. It's 2-0. Brilliant finish by Vinicius Junior. Outstanding goal. Stepping around Jose Font and rifling beyond Mateus into the back of the Braga net. It's a wonderful finish, and it's 2-0, and they can celebrate surely. Vinicius Junior to his left-hand side. Brahim Diaz is getting forward. This is Rodrigo, brilliant ball. Oh, what a fabulous goal. What a fabulous third goal. Real Madrid romp away. Rodrigo clips in the third. And Braga are well and truly beaten in the Bernabeu now. And it's finished in the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 3, Braga 0.
As in top in the group,
and then they'll look forward to the knockout stages in February.
Well, I think Napoli have won one and lost two of their last three Champions League away games against Spanish clubs. They won at Villarreal in the group stage in 2011. Wide opening here by Napoli. That's a good ball round to the far post. They could score here. Did keep it out, or did Simeone nudge it over the line? Goal given. Napoli lead. Who got the final touch? We'll wait and see. Now can Real get back into it here? Brahim Diaz with the run. Oh, what an equaliser! Rodrigo coming off the line. What a belter that is! 1-1, and what a start we've had.
Wow! Anything you can do, we can do better. Madrid just run down the other end. Brahim Diaz, lovely spin and turn.
To Arsenal for those 2 years. Oh, it's a lovely ball in, and it's a brilliant goal. And the wonderful story of Jude Bellingham continues.
I mean, that's where he's playing. The top of that diamond, close to the bottom of the diamond, it allows him to do this. Brahim,
Making such noises to suggest he has. Here's Di Lorenzo with the ball in, and there's Anguissa, and he gets a second chance to have a go. A goal, he smacked it in. Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa, 2-2.
yeah, great start to the second half by Napoli.
Turned by Nico Paz, he's gone for it, and he's got it! What a moment for the 19-year-old. First senior goal. Real Madrid 3, Napoli 2. And all the great names of Real Madrid. They've got an overload here, and Napoli aren't in a hurry to get men back. Bellingham to the far post, should be, must be, and is. And finally, look at the relief on Josselu's face.
Almost saying sorry with his hands in a prayer mode. You see.
Any team will miss him. Real Madrid will not be missing from the knockout stages, of course, we knew that before today, but they've won the group for the 20th time.
And now Unionen! Just listen to this. Right on half-time, Berlin goes wild. Rodrigo, neatly done. And the cross for Joselu. Josselu's header. And they are level on the hour in Berlin. And the striker born in Stuttgart, Germany. Joselu, the boyhood Real Madrid fan. Fran Garcia. Josselu's there again, and he scored twice, and from behind, Real Madrid lead by 2-1. Yannick Harborough, Aysele Douni, or rather tight. Alex Kral's shot, wow! Alex Kral, he hasn't scored a club goal for nearly 5 years. Bellingham, and now taken by Dani Ceballos. Dani Ceballos! Has found the bottom corner, and they lead again, Real Madrid by 3-2. Well, to play of normal time, 90 seconds only, and Dani Ceballos, his first goal since January. Perfection in the group stage, played 6 and won 6 for Real Madrid.
Here's Dani Olmo. Porcesco's quick, and Lunin makes another important stop. It's a very open start to the game. Comes back out to Brahim Diaz, and Kulaci makes a save from Camavinga in the end. So Real starting to flex their muscles. It's a lovely turn from Brahim Diaz, and he's still going. Oh boy, is he still going. Well, that goal wasn't too far away. And it's a sensational one for Real Madrid. And Šeško, it's a real chance. And again, Lunin keeps the clean sheet. And Šeško is again frustrated. Vinicius. Oh, he's hit the post. It comes out to Brahim Diaz. And in the end, they scrambled it away. How big a... Well, that's it. It was a brilliant goal to give Real Madrid their 7th straight win in this season's Champions League.
The Champions League, a prize like no other. It is the pinnacle of club football, the one they all want. Real Madrid, the competition's record winners, but their success has never led to contentment. A thirst that can never be quenched. Real Madrid are looking stretched. It's a great chance and it's been put wide. They've got to start taking these chances because they're... Tchouaméni with the early ball in. It was a good ball too, and it was causing problems. Vinicius Junior for the moment. Can he finish? It's a good save by Lunin.
Yeah, flag's gone up now.
Of the chances so far, Valverde with the ball over, deflected off round.
See, again, it's hard, isn't it? Fede Valverde with his pace.
Simons will bend one. Punched away by Lunin. Charging forward with him, it's a really good run. He's got Rodrigo in there too. And Bellingham! And Kroos will bend one! A good save by Gulacsi.
Yeah, referees give a foul at him on the edge of the box. The original shot by Bellingham has gone way wide.
Rodrigo to the right, still Bellingham. It's Vinicius Junior! It's a fantastic goal! There's the quality that had been lacking so far tonight. Bellingham and Vinicius Junior combine. Dani Carvajal is back to Rodrigo. And into the side netting it goes. It'll be a corner.
Yeah, better.
Clearance sliced. Round with the cross this time. It's a good delivery. And they're on terms on the night. It's Willi Orban. And they've hit back so quickly here, Leipzig, and the deficit is again reduced to 1. Rodrigo, straight at the goalkeeper.
Yeah, very nearly good, wasn't it?
No time for this attack, and Real Madrid are through. Well, Leipzig not happy that they weren't able to finish that attack. So the quarter-finals upon us, and the last 8 has brought us a meeting of increasingly familiar foes. Real Madrid against Manchester City. Valverde still has it, almost found Vinicius, and it deflects off him for a goal kick. Better from Real Madrid, their reaction has been pretty good. Sent in there by Bernardo Silva, and what a start this is for Manchester City. It is the perfect start. Inside 2 minutes, the Bernabeu is silenced. Questions over Lunin. Rodrigo arriving in the box. Valverde had a go himself. Patient approach play here by Los Blancos. It's Camavinga who was urged to shoot. It's deflected it in. Real Madrid on terms. Ortega deceived by a significant deflection there. But it hasn't taken them long to equalise. He's looking dangerous again. Oh, the shot straight at Ortega. Just couldn't get the required amount. Gvardiol, and he's found Haaland. The angle was working against him. Vinicius. Oh, what a beautifully weighted pass. And Rodrigo. Oh, it's in! It's crept in! And how quickly this has turned around. Wonderful ball by Vinicius. It could not have been better weighted. And Rodrigo did the rest. They've overcome the early setback. 3 goals inside the first 14 minutes here. To the box, it's still Vinicius. Good run, but straight at Ortega.
What again?
This comes straight back to Bellingham here. Thought he might hit it early. Does hit it now and drags it wide. Can he get a shot off here? Grealish! Half a chance.
Yeah.
Position 2, looking to drive at them. That seemed to swerve a little bit, pushed away by Lunin. Bernardo Silva. Stones works it to Foden, created the opening, brilliant! Oh, what a star this boy is! Guardiola needed him to come to the fore, and he has big time, star quality from Phil Foden. Rodrigo beautifully controlled, and a good pass as well. It's Vinicius! Oh, by his standards, that's a good chance.
It was a brilliant chance.
Grealish looking for the room for the cross. Shots on again, brilliant again! Oh, that's a stunner! And Guardiola's side have turned it around here. And what an unlikely goal scorer! It's Joško Gvardiol with a stunning strike.
Yeah, anything Phil Foden can do, Joško Gvardiol can repeat.
Over it goes towards Bellingham, who's got there! Couldn't divert it towards goal, it's a corner.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't have said that, to be very honest.
Vinicius. Oh, that's a good ball, a fantastic volley! Oh, that's wonderful from Valverde. And this game could be anything. It's incredible, it's all square. And Real Madrid have hit back. Sumptuous strike by Valverde. No time for the throw-in as the full-time whistle goes here. Frustration for the home supporters, but nothing to separate the sides.
Through the trilogy will conclude here at the Etihad. 3 years in a row the Giants have met. Will it be Manchester City or Real Madrid? Camavinga lines it up and hits it. That was just dipping before it got to Ederson. Haaland was stood behind him waiting for the tap-in. Haaland might get onto this! It's the woodwork and it's wide of Bernardo Silva. And how did that not go in for Manchester City? And he's got support here from Valverde. Now Vinicius Junior. He can roll it square and that's a brilliant save, but it's in! Second time around from Rodrigo. The initial save from Ederson, outstanding. The City players were looking across at the assistant, hoping for a flag, but Rodrigo strikes. Real Madrid draw first blood in Manchester. It's a nice layoff to Kevin De Bruyne, right the way through, and held on to by Lunin. First time tonight the City have just quickened things. Support here from Bernardo Silva, whipped in towards Haaland, who can't keep the header down. But just like that, Manchester City show what they can do. Looking to glide through and shoot. And the goal kick is given. I thought it was a corner. Grealish. There's De Bruyne. Shoots! Good save. His territory, his range. Over there, here's Rodrigo. He's going to shoot Rodrigo. As Rio was saying at half-time, he does seem to thrive in the big games, doesn't he? Changes the angle. Lunin saves it and then gets on the ball before Foden can put it in.
Yeah, really good stop by the keeper. Lovely play by Manchester City. Is in.
Vinicius Junior is in the middle and Ederson read it well. Valverde was the player who managed to slip in down that. Valverde, the number 15's gone out there this time. Managed to slide the cross in. Rudiger, here's the chance, there's the equaliser! Kevin De Bruyne! It's a huge Champions League goal for Manchester City, and a man who delivers time and time again. And he goes towards Rudiger! What a chance!
There's another swinger with the left foot.
Here's De Bruyne. Left foot for De Bruyne! So close!
Referees give a goal kick.
And we're going to get the prospect here of Manchester City going first. If you're in a shootout, Steve, I presume you want to take the first one. Waiting for the winners. And Alvarez is clinical. Perfect start for the European champions. Here comes Modric. And Ederson saves it! The first miss from Luka Modric. Bernardo Silva. Oh, that's a terrible penalty. Straight at the goalkeeper who never moved. It was like... Scores clinically. Really good penalty. Calm as you like. Rolled it into the corner. He saved it! Kovacic denied. Strides up and scores into the corner. Really good penalty. Hardly a flicker of emotion. And just like that, Real Madrid. Foden steps up and scores. Emphatically smashed into the back of the Real Madrid net, and they needed that. Some waits. Here comes Nacho, scores. And that's a really big penalty converted by Nacho for Real Madrid. Ederson scores brilliantly. And he scores. Rudiger scores for Real Madrid. They've won the penalty shootout. Manchester City are out of the Champions League. And Real Madrid, who always seem to find a way in this competition. Well, there are so many winners' medals in both lines as the players get ready to greet each other here at the Allianz Arena. Two coaches who have been at the very top, Carlo Ancelotti and Thomas Tuchel. Sane. Harry Kane. First little half chance for the England captain tonight. That little bit of acceleration from... It's nice. Lovely ball by Kroos. Vinicius Junior running through and scoring. And it's the 14 times European champions who strike first in the semi-final. And the man who won the trophy for them back in 2022, Vinicius Junior, pouncing on the through ball, sending it past Manuel Neuer. And despite the early chances for Bayern, it's Real Madrid who lead 1-0. 12 wins to Bayern's 11, but no introductions are needed out there. And here they come for the first time, and that's a big save from Lunin to deny Leroy Sane. Here's Toni Kroos. Saved by Neuer.
Good save.
Plenty of power and pace on the shot.
Also got a deflection off Joshua Kimmich.
It's Harry Kane! Oh, that whistles past. This fella's got great pace too, and burst. Sane running in, shooting! Oh, brilliant! Well, he hasn't scored a goal of any description since October the 28th, and he's just burst into the Real Madrid penalty area and smashed it past the goalkeeper to make it 1-1. Pulled back now to Musiala, shooting chance and over. It's 3 times though, inside the opening 12 minutes. Musiala. Oh, down he goes, penalty, it is! Jamal Musiala jumps up to celebrate. Clement Turpin in no doubt whatsoever. Here comes the England captain with a stutter step and the clinical penalty. And Bayern Munich get themselves in front in the semi-final. That's 29 Champions League goals for Harry Kane. Behind Kim, big moment here for Real Madrid. Good save, Manuel Neuer. The angle just against the Brazilian. And Neuer staying big and making the save. Gets it through here towards Rodrigo. Down he goes! Penalty! Will he ever learn his lesson, Kim?
So sloppy, so sloppy. You cannot touch him. Listen, we'll have a look at it.
Up against the great Manuel Neuer. Little stutter step and a clinical penalty drilled into the back of the net by Vinicius Junior. And the Bayern Munich lead wiped out with 7 minutes to go. Remaining promising here. It's Vinicius Junior and he's running on for a second go. And it's cleared away by Lima, cleared as far as Rodrigo. The full-time whistle. Half-time in the semi-final with 90 minutes to go to work it out in the Bernabeu next week. 2 tonight for Vinicius Junior.
It's a new generation of Real Madrid players, but they have the same old-school ambitions as the greats who wore the white shirts before them. The history book never closes here. They're always planning the sequel. The roof in the stadium has been closed at the request of Real Madrid. Again, last a week. Here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, comes back Rodrigo. Brilliant stop by Neuer. How did he keep that out? The post kept out Vinicius Junior's effort. Rodrigo had a big chance. Manuel Neuer made the stop. He has spread wide to Carvajal early in towards Rodrigo. They've all missed it. Vinicius Junior. Just trying to open his body and curl the ball beyond. Kimmich coming in, Phil finds Musiala, and here's Gnabry. Well, I'm not quite sure whether it was a shot or a cross, but driven in by Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo! Another fabulous stop by Manuel Neuer. Rodrigo was right at the front of the queue there. Way by Nacho, hit by Kane! And sweetly hit. Either Lunin got a hand to it or he took a touch on the way through because it's a corner. He's got away from Kimmich once more. Stopped by De Ligt this time, but Joshua Kimmich. It's an explosive shot across the face of goal. It was either deflected by goalkeeper or fullback. It's going to be Rodrigo. Oh, and he needed a good stop from Neuer. This is Nacho. Run off it by Sané, goal kick. He's found an early cross and found Rodrigo, and that wasn't very far away. Just squeezed wide. It's a goal kick. Nobody else got a touch. Junior into the dead ball line. There's Valverde, who almost connected with it. Really well found by Harry Kane. Alphonso Davies. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! A bomb from the blue from Alphonso Davies. And Bayern Munich take the lead. It's the first time he's ever scored in the Champions League. He's only scored once for Bayern Munich in well over a year. Antonio Rudiger. Here comes Vinicius Junior. He got there ahead of Kimmich, but U.C.L shot helped on its way by Andriy Lunin. There is that danger again. Vinicius Junior. Oh, it's come off Neuer, and Hosselu has equalised. Super sub. Awful error by Manuel Neuer. And it's Hosselu. 34-year-old Hosselu in his very first season in the Champions League. Vinicius Junior sweeping past two defenders and testing Neuer again. Blast from the right foot of Vinicius Junior. Nacho squeezed into Rudiger. Great cross. Hosselu's done it again. He's offside. It's not going to count. No goal. No big finish for Hosselu. If he just led offside. No goal. Somehow that is just typical Real Madrid. It is the most sensational finish to a Champions League semi-final you can imagine, except they always do it. They are Real Madrid. Real Madrid will play in the Champions League final. Of course they will. They usually do. Their 18th final will be their first at Wembley Stadium in London.
Real Madrid walk past the trophy for the 18th time. On 14 previous occasions, they've taken it back to the Spanish capital. It's a look but don't touch moment at this stage for both teams. Europeans, football's big night is well and truly here, the end of a season-long yellow brick road. Madsen's won it back again. Fulkrug hits the post, and again, and nobody there to put it in. Ferland Mendy, but that goal of Real Madrid is suddenly living a very charmed life. Valverde shoots and lifts it over the bar, but they combine very well down that side, don't they, Danny? Good position, has the shot, Courtois saves it. They'll get the corner. It's another chance though generated by Dortmund, and Courtois has far and away been the busier goalkeeper. Vinicius Junior. Nice touch, played back now to Brandt, coming in! First big chance of the night, and it falls to Borussia Dortmund into the German international Julian Brandt. Vinicius Junior's ball, Bellingham running in, flashes wide. I don't think he got a touch. If he did, it was a faint one.
Knowing that they've got decisive players.
And it goes from Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo is climbing Carvajal's shot, and Madsen got a piece of that before Kerbal dived on it. And he whips it in, and that's the first save tonight from Kerbal. Kroos again. This time it was Vinicius Junior who was in the middle of the scrum. Corner taken by Kroos and flicked on by Carvajal! And Real Madrid lead the Champions League final! And a man born in Madrid, who's won the competition with them 5 times before, flicks the header into the back of the Dortmund net to give them the lead with 17 minutes to go, and Real Madrid lead the Champions League final. Toni Kroos, saved by Kerbal. And here's Camavinga keeping the ball in play. And Bellingham with a chance, and Bellingham puts it wide. And that might just have been the moment that they could start engraving on number 15. Flicked on again, saved by Kerbal, clawed away. It was Nacho's header. Camavinga with the shot, oh, tipped over the bar by Kerbal. He's never scored in the Champions League, Camavinga, and when that left his foot, he must have thought, here we go. Given away by Maatsen, Bellingham, here's Vinicius Junior, great chance, 2-0. And the young man who was raised in the favelas of Rio de Janeiro scores for the second time in a Champions League final in the white of Real Madrid. And number 15 is surely theirs now. And Vinicius Junior, the man for the big occasion, a man who might just win himself a Ballon d'Or this season. There's the full-time whistle, and the Kings have regained their crown. It's another Champions League coronation for Spain's royal club. Nacho raises the Champions League trophy in the air. The Kings are back on the throne. The confetti rains at Wembley Stadium. Real Madrid, Champions League winners. Real Madrid, European champions.